Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. Go to f2bbs.com. www.f2bbs.com. The last bastion of free speech on the interweb. That's right, guys. I want you to go to www.f2bbs.com. That's right. I want you to go there. You can, this is a great site to fight against all sorts of nastiness by posting on f2bbs.com, the last bastion of free speech on the interweb. Go there, guys. Hey guys, it's your pontiff, Archibald Chesterfield III, AC3. Today, guys, I'm coming to you on the Paul Pluta channel. And I'm starting to do the paid reviews, kicking them off, reboot. And today, guys, I'm doing one for Peter. He's a lovely guy, Peter. Arch. This is paid review 21QA1. You like the naming system? 21, it's 2021. QA, that's first quarter. QA, quarter A, and number 1. Now I've got a few ones from last year I'm going to do as well, but we're starting the ball roll. I've got a few from last year, but this one here was an SOS, and he's in trouble. We've got to talk to Peter. Okay, here we go. Archie, need $20,000 Australian. What to sell and what to keep. Archie, need your wisdom. Background. Had an airline service industry related small business. Doing okay for the last 20 years until COVID. Now rooted rotor. Liquidator in. I came away with little of nothing. Either the bats or the Chinese have a lot to answer for. Bastards. Drowned my sorrows before Christmas in a 3-day credit card binge at Crown Casino. Ooh, as if Mr. Packer needs more money. Found a wages job. After working for myself for 20 years in the coal industry, picked another winner there. I'd like to square up some debt. Need to sell some of my watches. Need advice on what to keep and why. What to sell and why. What do you think is the best long-term watch to keep to make some money? Best-selling options: dealer, eBay, Chrono24, or Gumtree. Okie dokie. Now the interesting thing is he's got some amazing watches. So Peter, I gotta tell you, man, very sad. It happens to the best of us. Hey man, I know exactly. Got this beautiful photo. I'm just looking at the teleprompter. You can see it over here. Okay, what has he got? Let's discuss it. Let's go through this list. He's got a Rolex Submariner 14060M, purchased for a now seemingly unbelievable price in late 2011 of 4,900 Aussie from our mate David SW. David SW. Beautiful. That's a no date sub. It's got the the certified chronometer grade movement. Yes sirree. Next piece he's got is a Rolex Submariner 16610 LV Kermit. Okay, Kermit. Next piece he's got is a Rolex Daytona 116509 white gold. Absolutely stunning. We've got a number 4. We've got a Rolex Explorer 2 40mm 16570. Beautiful. Actually, it looks like it's a Holes case with the solid end links. It's a nice transition model. That's kind of a special one. We've got a Rolex Submariner 5513 vintage baby, vintage. 5513 1965, shown on NATO, but have the rivet bracelet for this also. Then we've got a Rolex Yachtmeister 16622 blue dial. Rolex GMT 16710. Then we've got a Tudor Black Bay 58 shown on leather, but I have the metal band for this. Then we've got a few Grand Seikos. Grand Seiko SBG V009. Silver dial quartz. Wife bought this for me when she went to Japan. May not be too happy if I get rid of this. Next piece is the Grand Seiko SBG X082. Blue dial quartz. Wife bought this back from Japan too. Seiko chronograph 1973. It's just a simple Seiko. Appreciate your advice in advance. He sent me an express payment for some of the Guru Insight. Cheers, Pete 55 from Mudgee. Okay, Pete. Let's go through what would I do here. This is a very good question. And you've come to the right place, because it's always good to get. Sometimes you can't see the wood for the trees because you love them, but you don't know which one you would sell or what would you do. So it's a good idea to come to your pontiff. Okay, what would I do? What would I do? What would I do there? That's a very good question. Whew, I think the best way to work this out is probably cross off what we don't sell. Let's work backwards. Okay. So I would say, look, the Seiko chronograph, that's not going to plug terribly many holes, so I would cross it off. The Grand Seiko, the two Grand Seikos, you mentioned your wife got them. They're not worth a fortune. They're actually quite good pieces. They're very good. I mean, they're actually worth, you know, they are actually good. I say this wrong here. I'm sorry. Let me just rephrase this. I was wrong. Okay, so no, they are great pieces. They are good pieces. I'd keep the Grand Seikos. Just keep your Grand Seikos. The wife got them. Enough said. And they're not huge money, okay? They're thousands of dollars, but okay. So let's say that. Okay, what would I do? So now, so just get rid of the Seikos and Grand Seikos. No, we'll keep that. We'll keep that. Okay. Then we have a look at the bigger picture there. Now you've got pieces which could very easily bring in 20, if not more, money. See, so I got to be honest with you there. What would I do? What would I do personally if it was me? If it was me, okay, you've fiked up, you've done this, and I say this as a collector. I'm not saying this as somebody who. Okay. So what would I do? What would I do? I would possibly sell. Okay, let's look at what pieces would I keep here. The Tudor Black Bay 58. Look, that's actually a very hot watch in the market itself there. I got to tell you, Peter, dealers, the two dealers I would try in Sydney would be Luxuria with Cove, and the other dealer is Sydney, Vintage Watch Co. That's with Ronnie. Now, don't tell them why you need the money. You say, look, I want to sell a bit. I'd get some quotes. That's what I would do. What would you pay? That's what I would do. The other thing is, sometimes you're better off to put it on consignment instead of selling the piece. Okay? Sometimes you're much better off a consignment sale, because consignment, if they buy it, they want to get it as low as possible. Consignment piece, it's a bit more, you're going to get more money. For example, I recently just sold a Patek 5127 through Vintage Watch Co. And I said, look, I want X number of dollars. I understand. Dealer has to always add. They've got high overheads. They need to add a bit. That's fair enough. I don't mind them making a little bit of money. but I don't want them to gouge me. So I sometimes find consignment. These pieces here, I got to be completely honest with you, they will sell in seconds. Okay, this is very, very hot stuff. Very, very hot stuff indeed there. What would I sell? Okay, let's have a look here. What would I do? Okay, what I would seriously look at, I think the 5513, that's big money. If you've got a 5513, if you've got a 5513, original dial 5513, that could basically solve your problem. I think that could very easily solve your problem. Just having a quick look here. It looks spectacular. That looks like a spectacular piece. I myself, okay, you got two tacks there, okay? If you want to keep the modern pieces, you could say, right, let's get rid of the 5513. Okay, that would certainly plug some holes. The other option is we say, no, the 5513 we don't want to sell, but what we get rid of, I dare say, looking at your collection, okay, you love your subs, okay? I would dare say, what about we got rid of the Yachtmaster there, okay, it's a blue dial Yachtmaster, that's hot. That's the 16622. We've only got one GMT. We're going to explore a 2. See, I think if it was me, if I had this collection, what would I get rid of? What to keep and why? Okay, so I'm looking at it from the reverse. What to keep? Well, you've got to keep the Seikos. I looking at this collection, I'm looking at this collection as an enthusiast. I'm not looking at it as a money thing. I'm looking at it as an enthusiast who loves watches. This is hard. This is really, really, really hard. Okay. Let's have a look here. Let's look at what do you think is the best long-term watch to keep to make some money on. Look, I don't like to look at watches as investment, but clearly the investment pieces. What do I think is investment grade? You've got an amazing collection. What's investment grade? I would say investment grade. Your sub 14060M, that's investment grade. You got it cheap, it's beautiful. I would say your Kermit, definitely your Kermit has strong investment potential. The white gold Daytona, man, winner, chicken dinner. Now, I see that you could sell that, but I think that is such a beautiful piece. The Explorer 2, I think has got potential. It's got you got the Hulls case with the solid end links. It's that transitional model. I think that's got huge potential. The 50th anniversary is coming out next year. Then that may or may not do anything, but it's a beautiful piece. The 5513, let's be completely honest, that's got massive potential. If you've got, it looks amazing. The condition 1965. That's a very, is it meters first? I can't make out the dial there, but it looks like it's a tritium. I don't think it's a service dial. I can't see from the picture, I'm sorry. But it looks in I think that's got potential investment wise. Of course it does. The Yachtmaster, I think that's probably the weakest out of them, because it's look, it's a Rolex Steel Sports, yes, but compared to the other stuff you've got, I dare say, I think the Yachtmaster will kind of hold its own. It's not going to go massive. If subs go massive, it'll go up, but I don't think it's going to go ridiculous. That's my opinion. I think that's a weak link. So I'd possibly the GMT 16710. Of course, that's got investment potential. So I think they've got investment potential. So we look at it that way. What does that mean? Well, we've got to sell something. So the Yachtmaster, that definitely, I don't think that's going to be hugely. I think all Rolex Steel Sports are going up. So that's definitely a very valuable piece, but I don't think it's ridiculous. And maybe the Black Bay. The Black Bays, they are very hot. It's a Tudor. You've got it. You want to keep. You got to sell your Tudor to keep your Rolex, okay? Keep the Rolex core. That's what I would do. Keep the Rolex core. That's what I would do. And the other thing, Peter, is if things have gone absolutely guts up, disaster, keep your damn watches. It's currency. This is currency. You can hide this shit. You know, this is, if things have really gone really guts up, just keep on to this stuff. That's definitely for sure. So I'd say, okay, what to keep and why. So I would say Rolex. Try and keep vintage Rolex, the Daytona. I think you've got a very good investment. What to keep and why. So I would say your 14060M, you want to keep that because that's got huge potential. Your Kermit, man, you got to keep your Kermit. The white gold Daytona, that is absolutely, they are super hot. Your Explorer 2, I think has got huge potential, being the transitional Hulse case with solid end links. The 5513, oh my God, that's the holy grail of vintage submariners. By the way, quick wristwatch check. I'm wearing my subby as I'm making this vid. So I reckon the weakest link. Okay, so what to keep and why? We could keep everything here. The Seikos we're going to keep the wife happy. They're not going to bring in a fortune. It's not going to clear your debt. And it's going to upset the wife if you got rid of them. So you can get rid of the other stuff without her knowing. What to sell and why? So I think, look, everything is hard, but I would say the Yachtmaster and the Tudor Black Bay 58, I would get rid of that because it's deduction. We don't want to sell the other Rolex. We want to sell the Tudor and the Yachtmaster. Do you think it's best? What do you think is long-term best term watch to keep to make some money? Look, definitely the 5513, the Kermit, the pre-ceramic sub no date, the Daytona, all of that stuff. The GMT, they're all huge potential. Best selling option. Look, if it depends how fast you need the money. I think eBay is fraught with danger. Chrono 24 is fraught with danger. Gumtree, fraught with danger. I would go to either Luxuria or Vintage Watch Co. and say, how much will you give me? And get the best price you can. Maybe consignment. I would try maybe consignment. And say, hey, what would you sell? I'm not desperate for the money. I just want to just whatever. It's none of their business why you want to sell these pieces. That's what I would do. That's exactly what I would do. Exactly what I would do. So, yeah, that's it. Look, just be careful with your money. No more gambling like that. I mean, Jesus, it takes you a lifetime. It takes a lifetime to build a collection like this. And a spin of the wheel, we can lose the lot. That's not cool to lose. This is man, to have one Rolex is so fortunate. To have your collection, that is incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. And You're 55. Yes, yes, that's an amazing collection. Please, please, that's what I would do. So, I think the answer to your question there, I've told you, I would sell the Yachtmeister and the Tudor Black Bay. And I would sell it through a dealer in Sydney, maybe on consignment because you'll get more money. That'll sell in days. That is hot stuff. Okay, if other than that, what else would I sell? The next one. So those are two pieces I would say, the Yachtmaster and the Tudor Black Bay 58. The next piece I would sell, oh, this is so hard, probably the Explorer 2. That's the weakest link there. That's the next weakest piece there besides the Grand Seiko. The Grand Seikos, they're not going to bring in bucks fast, okay? It's not going to, and it's going to piss off the wife, so we don't really want to do that. So it's a process of deduction. Peter, I hope it helps. I'm ArchieLuxury. This has been the best advice I could give you. Like, subscribe, tell your friends. Don't be afraid to put some comments down below for Peter. And I will see you in the next one. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW.
The Rolex Submariner date. Probably the most versatile, the most famous, the most wanted watch of 2020. The Rolex Submariner. Absolutely stunning. I've gone for the steel model. I wanted something that could be worn every day. The businessman's delight. Look at the side profile. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. I've got to tell you, I am in love with this Submariner. Black on black. Does it get any better? Black on black. The Rolex Submariner. This is what this is just such a beautiful look at the. I got to tell you, the maxi, just the whole thing, this whole thing is everything the ceramic sub should have been from day one. Absolutely winner, chicken dinner. Absolutely. And it's got the new clasp with the glide lock for easy adjustments. Absolutely winner, chicken dinner.
Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the Pontiff goes. You know, some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.